In this video, I'm going to show you how to create Panorama 360 renders in 3ds Max and Corona renderer. Alright, so the first thing you need to know, the most important thing you need to know is you can still use the camera that you have used before. Okay, let's say you just finished doing renders and you want to do, a virtual tour of the space. You can still use the camera you have used. Like in this case now, the camera I'm using is this camera 6. The camera that you're seeing here is camera 6. So if I select this camera, you'll find out that this camera is in here, while the clip, the environment clipping that I use is inside the room, which is why we are seeing this room. All right. So the first thing you need to know is that for you to do this, you have to turn off your environment clipping and bring the camera into the room that you want to visualize. Okay, so you might have to duplicate this camera if you don't know. Maybe later on you might want to do any correction to this place and you have to render again. So you might have to duplicate it. So I'm going to hold down Shift on my keyboard and drag it into this place and then select copy. Okay, now we are going to do a few settings to this camera that we just duplicated. We're going to leave everything up here as it is and then come here and add 0 here. Okay, add 0 there. Make sure that it is not tilted to any side. All right, so I'm going to delete that minus. Okay, then also I'm going to, the minus just don't want to go away. I don't know, add 0. Okay, let's just leave it. It doesn't mean anything anyway. So I'm going to turn off this automatic vertical tilt. All right, and then in the environment clipping, I'm going to turn it off, disable it. Okay, let me disable both of them. So now what we are seeing is what the camera is. Let me go into that camera. We are still in the other camera. So this is what we are seeing. This is what the camera is showing us. All right. Now, this is the first thing I want you to know. The second thing I want you to know is while doing this type of render, it is going to be very helpful if you have worked on all the walls, even the ones that are behind you, because this camera is going to render everything, both the features of the room that is behind. So it will be really helpful if you had done all those things, worked on the walls behind and the spaces behind, so that when the time comes, you're going to see a well set up spaces behind. All right. So now the third thing is that over the time, I found out that it's really helpful for you to use this HDTV. If you use this other aspect ratio, they are going to work very well, but the HDTV is going to give you a more natural look when you are viewing it with your viewer headset. Okay, it is going to give you a more natural look. All right. So having done that, you have to raise this camera a little bit higher so that it will give the vibe of somebody standing and moving around. So I'm going to make it 1350. That's the height of this camera. Okay, I'm going to make it 1350. All right, then let me close this. We're done with this for now. Then I'm going to go over to this camera setting. Okay, in the projection and VR, drop it down. This is where we're going to select the type of camera we want. This is where we're going to select the Panorama 360 camera, the spherical one. Okay, right now the type of camera we are using is perspective camera. So if I drop this thing down, you will see spherical 360. Okay, select. There are other cameras in there, but for the purpose of what we are doing, we are going to be focusing on this spherical 360. So select it. When you do that, you'll find out that the icon of this camera will change. Okay, so I'm going to bring it here. All right, let me adjust this camera a little bit, this cutting a little bit. Adjust this one, bring it out of the wall. All right, same for here, just shift it a little bit to this side. So you go ahead and adjust other things that you might need to adjust in this space. All right, so when I am done with this, I can copy this camera to other views. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm going to select camera. Okay, and then I'm going to copy this one to this place. Okay, and then I'll copy this to this. I want to have 4 camera shots in this space to this. All right, so I understand you can actually have only one here. You put it in the middle, it will show you everything. But for the purpose of moving around in this video, in this tour. I want to show what it feels like to be here looking around the room, and then here looking around the room, and then this other space looking around the room. So at the end of the day, we are going to have 4 panoramic 360 shots. Now, having done that, I want to do an interactive render, okay? So that we'll see what we are getting already. So I'm going to start my interactive rendering. All right, so when you set your camera to 360, this is what we are going to see. You're going to see folds like this in your camera. Okay, so it is already, so you can see that this cutting, we need to actually do something about that cutting. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let me make that small a little bit. I'm going to adjust that cutting a little bit. So I'm going to apply FFD modifier to it. Okay, maybe one of these days I'm going to revisit this FFD. Let's talk about it. But for the purpose of what we are doing today, I just want to adjust this cutting. I don't want it coming out the way it is. Now we have fixed that and everything is looking good. All right, so let me go and take a look at the other ones and see if there's any issue. Okay, I don't see any issue here. Let me see the other ones. Okay, so you do this, you have varying shots from varying point of views. Okay, so that you give more experience about the space you are about to show your client using the VR headset. Other than that, if you don't need different point of views, you can actually keep one 360 camera in this space and render it. That is going to show you everything that's going on. All right, so now that we are done setting it up, let's go ahead and talk about output size and aspect ratios. All right, so the output size that we're going to be using, frankly, anything from 4K, now you can come in here and type 3000, okay, or 6000. Anything from this is pretty much okay. Okay, but there's nothing stopping you in doing, 1920 by 1080. Okay, if that is what you can be able to do comfortably with your system, you should go ahead and do that. But then I must warn you, when you do that, it is not going to be that sharp. It is going to be pixelated. Okay, it is not going to be looking really, really cool. So, but if that is what you have to do, then you have to do what you have to do. All right, so let me just quickly set up my own. I'm not going to be doing too much. I'm going to just set like 3150 here. Okay, and that's it for the cameras. It's just for illustrative purposes. Usually I would just put 6000 in there and render it and allow the system to do the rest. So let me go ahead and render this. When this render is done, I'm going to show you how to convert it into an actual VR experience. All right, so I'm just going to hit render and I'm going to let it render all 4 of them. And before I go, I would like to talk about how you save out these images. Okay, so to save out the images when it is done, okay, I'm not going to save it out now. I just want to show you. To save out the images just like the way we save out every other images out there. All right, so what you're going to do is you click on the save button over here. Okay, it will bring out this for you, and then you save to PNG or JPEG or whatever you want to save, and type in the name or number, and then override gamma, put your 2.2, just like we always do, and then you save. That's it. So there's no special way of saving this thing. It's just like saving out normal images. Okay, I will show you where to import those normal images that we used to always save out. All right, so yeah, see you when this render is done. Okay, now as you can see, I've rendered the images. I've rendered out the panoramic images. You can see the 4 views, one in the bedroom, the other one, the other 3 in the living room, and the dining and the kitchenette. Okay, so the purpose of rendering this image like this is not for us to view it like this. It is for us to be able to load it into our VR headset, okay, virtual reality headset, so that we can view it as though we are in the space. okay, in this space that we have rendered out. And you can only do that with the help of third-party softwares. Okay, but in this video, I want us to look at the cheap option of how we can be able to load it in and then view it. You can even share it to somebody for them to view. Okay, so we're going to use Kuula. Okay, this is what virtually everybody uses. So Kuula.co. Okay, Kuula.co. When you come over here, you are going to sign in, of course. And when you do that, it's going to allow you to create your virtual tour. All right, so you can see, you click on the triple dashes here. Okay, click on these triple dashes here. You come down here to My Tours. Then when you get in here, you can now click on Create Tour. All right, now you can name your tour whatever you want. You can call it Bed and Lounge VR Tour. Okay, you can now put description. All right, you can call it whatever you like. Just call my own simple or difficult. Okay, and then I am now going to select the images, or I can just drag them and drop them. Okay, which is what I like doing. I will just select them like so and then drop them in here. They are all going to upload. All right, as you can see, they are not arranged the way I want them to arrange. So you can drag them and move them around for them to be arranged properly the way you want them to be. So as you can see, you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to be showing you how you can use all 4 images to create a seamless flow for your viewers. Okay. So you're going to wait a while for them to all upload, and then you can now be able to post it. All right, so now that they are done uploading, I can now post. All right, so when you open it, it is showing like this. It is not showing you, it's just like the image we just rendered out. I want it to be showing as if we are inside that space. Okay, you can do a lot of setups here. All right, but for now, what I want you to do to make this thing look like what we want it to look like is come here, uncheck this flat photo. As you can see, uncheck this flat photo, not paramount. If you uncheck it, now you will see yourself inside the room. You will see yourself looking around. Now I rendered this image in just 4K, so it is showing. You can see when I zoom into some space, it is not that crisp, but it is not bad for what we're doing. This is for illustrative purposes. When you are doing the one that you are going to give your client, you might do well to, you should do well to render it in the appropriate resolution so that you can be able to get the most out of this. Now I have other shots in this space. I have this place, so I'll go back and save this first. Then when I go into this place, the same thing is what I'm going to come down here and do. So I'll just do it like this. When you look over here, you are seeing the bedroom that we just left. Okay, just like so. And when you look around, you see the living room right behind us. Okay. All right, so that's just it for this one. So I'm going to save this one too. Do the same for others as well. Just come here, uncheck this, and then save. Come over here, uncheck this, and then save. Now, the reason why we brought in these 4 images here is not just for us to be clicking on it and be looking at it. I want to link all of them up. I want to put a hotspot so that when I click at an icon on the floor, it is going to take me to that place. Now, the first image, which is the one here, okay, I'm going to put a hotspot here, so I will attach it to this image. So when I click on it, it will bring out this particular image. All right, so let me go ahead and set my hotspot. Okay, when you put it, you position it where you want it to be, which is this place. You can make this big, you can make it small. So I'm going to just leave it like this. And then I'm just going to come down here in the action to select what is going to happen. So I will click on this no action and then go to another post. All right, so I will select this. So when I click on that, it opens up that space. So I'm going to go back. First of all, let me save. So I'm going to go back into this space and put an icon here. a hotspot there too, here. Okay, and then I go to the action and go to another post. So when I click there too, I will come into this space. That's the bedroom space. All right, but that's not all the hotspot I'm going to put here. I want to put another hotspot here and then there. Okay, so here I'm going to put this hotspot. I'm going to save this. Okay. All right, so I'm going to set another hotspot. What I did there was I just clicked off for a moment, okay, so that I can be able to bring out the hotspot again. So this particular one I set here is going to be for this one, okay. So I'm just going to set my action, go to another post, and I'll set this one. So when I click on it, that one comes up, okay. So I will save it, then I'll, okay, another hotspot which I'm going to add over here, okay, over there, and I'm going to set my action to go to another post, and it's going to be this particular one. All right, so I'm going to save it. Now when I come over here in this particular one, I want to have a hotspot here and here. So I'm going to put a hotspot in this location. Okay, and then I'm going to set my action. So all these things, you put it and you make them interconnected so that wherever you are, you can easily get to the place you want to get to. So I'm going to put another hotspot here in this center area like so, and I'm going to set my action to go to another post, and then I'm going to put this fourth one, the last one, okay, and I'm going to save it. All right, so I'm going to go to this fourth post, and then I'm going to set hotspot here and there. So the first hotspot, I'm going to set it over here, and I'm going to go to actions and go to another post, and I'm going to select this. I will turn over here and I'll put another hotspot over there. Okay. You go to action. Okay, and put this one over there. You can see all our hotspots. All right. Okay, so now I can actually save this. Okay. All right. You can look down and you can look up. That's the beauty of 360. All right, so you click on save to make sure you have saved it, and then you now close. Okay. Now, when I close it, if I click here, it is going to open this view for me. If I click there, it is going to open this view for me. So I keep looking around. So I click here and I click here. Now I'm back inside the bedroom. All right. So as you can see, so when you are satisfied with what you have seen, and you are satisfied that, okay, my virtual reality is here, so you can now close this. And you see, this is the one we just did now. So you can go to share and share this link with everybody. Oh, hold on. Okay, as you can see, this is me sharing it on Twitter. So I can come over here and say, hey guys, all right. So I'm just going to click on post. And just like that, the post was sent. So I've shared it on Twitter. Okay, so just like that, you can share your tour with people online so that they can, view. Okay, you can share with your clients and all that. And at the end of the day, you have your own virtual tour. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. Okay, if you haven't subscribed before, please do well to subscribe. Not only subscribing, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future tutorials. I drop tutorials, helpful tutorials like this twice every week. Okay, so ring that bell so you don't miss any of the future tutorials when I do drop them. All right, thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.